This cross-examination blew up in the attorney's face. You want to learn what happened? Come join me as I share with you this great information. Hi, I'm Gerry Oginski. I'm a New York medical malpractice and personal injury trial lawyer practicing law in the state of New York. I went into court on a status conference on one of my client's cases. And now, while I'm waiting around for my case to be called, I had an opportunity to walk into other courtrooms. Now, why would I do that? There's a key reason why really good trial attorneys are going to go in and walk in on other cases that are on trial. You want to know why? For the key reason that it's important to see what other attorneys are doing well. And not just what they're doing well, but what they're not doing well. Because you can learn so much more information from what attorneys are doing really poorly or really badly and make sure you don't do those same exact things. Now, you should know that in New York, courtrooms are open to the public. So if you've never had an opportunity, I highly encourage you to go into court just to observe for a little while. You can walk into any courtroom, open up the door, sit down, have a seat, and start to observe. Once you walk into the courtroom, you're going to notice some really cool things. It is totally unlike anything you've seen on TV or in the movies. Well, maybe a little bit. But you're going to notice some things immediately, especially in civil cases involving a medical malpractice case, involving an accident case, or even a wrongful death case. So what are you going to notice? You're going to notice the jury sitting in the jury box listening to the witness on trial. You're going to notice an attorney questioning a witness. You're going to notice the judge sitting up on the bench, and you'll notice the other attorney sitting at the counsel table. Now, within a few moments, you'll be able to recognize exactly what's going on. Typically, an attorney is going to be standing up questioning a witness. Is it a direct examination where the attorney is asking his client open-ended questions? Mrs. Jones, tell us what happened. What happened next? What did you then do? Those are known as open-ended questions. Or is it a cross-examination where the attorney is asking leading questions and basically telling the story in his own words and simply getting the witness to either agree or disagree? Mr. Gonzalez, isn't it true that on June 1st you were approaching the intersection of 1st and 23rd Street? Yes, I was. And as you approached the intersection of 23rd Street, isn't it true the light was green? Yes. And from the moment you saw that the light was green until the time you reached the intersection, it remained green the entire time. Isn't that true? Now, what am I doing? I am leading the witness. I'm putting words in the witness's mouth, and there's a key reason why I want to do that. I want to do that because I don't want to give the witness the opportunity to tell a story. He will already have done that when his own attorney gets up to question him. I want to get the jury to truly understand that, number one, I'm in control, number two, I'm the one telling the story, and number three, the witness is either agreeing or disagreeing. Yes, no, I don't know, or I can't answer the question. That's all I want the witness to say. As I walk into this courtroom, I immediately recognize that this is a medical malpractice trial. The witness on the stand is a medical expert, and he is now being cross-examined by the injured victim's attorney. That's known as the plaintiff's attorney. The jury is in the jury box paying close attention to what this expert is saying. And now, this attorney is doing a great job of cross-examination. He's asking leading questions, he's keeping the witness on a short leash, and now the doctor is either agreeing or disagreeing with the questions. But now I hear this attorney ask probably one of the most important questions of his entire case. And what does he do? The doctor obviously says, "I disagree with you, counselor." And now, this attorney does something he never, ever should have done. What did he do? He said, "Tell us why, doctor." Tell us why? You don't want to ask that question. You don't want to ask the witness, "Tell us why." You want to know why? Because the moment you do that, this witness is now going to take the reins from the attorney. He's now going to control the cross-examination, and now he's going to give an entire lengthy explanation to the jury, explaining why his claims, his client's claims, are 100% inaccurate. It is devastating. And I was just shaking my head to myself, thinking, how could this attorney, this really smart, experienced trial attorney, do this? Now, there is one exception when you do cross-examination where you can ask that dreaded why question. And that's where you don't really care about the answer. If you really don't care, it makes no difference what the answer is. Go ahead, ask the question, "Doctor, tell us why." And then just walk away. That makes no difference. But when you know that when you ask the question why, this expert is going to turn around and tell the jury, "Let me explain to you in exquisite detail why your claim is 100% wrong and why the defense is totally right." Within a few moments, I walked out of the courtroom and I had to get back to my own case, but I couldn't shake the belief that this attorney clearly didn't know what he was doing. If he did, he never, ever would have asked that question. So why do I share this great information with you? I share it with you just to give you an example of one instance where a really good, really smart trial attorney asked the one dreaded question you never, ever want to ask during cross-examination, and that is, "Tell us why." You know, I realize you're watching this because you have questions or concerns about your own particular matter. Well, if your matter happened here in New York and you do have legal questions, what I encourage you to do is pick up the phone and call me. I can answer your legal questions. You know, this is something I do every single day, and I'd love to talk to you. You can reach me at 516-487-8207 or by email at Gerry, Gerry, at Oginski-law.com. That's it for today's quick video. I'm Gerry Oginski. Have a great day.